Hello, Chords and Notes Nation! Happy Sunday. Or at least it's Sunday when I'm recording this. I hope everyone's doing well. We're getting closer to the Christmas time of year, and New Year's coming up too, at least here in America. And why it's busy. I'm telling you, it is busy. It is busy. I'm squeezing in a few minutes here to do a book review, and well, let's do a book review, audiobook review. Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett, if I pronounced their names correctly. Produced by Harper Audio and performed by Martin Jarvis. This was the most entertaining audiobook I've listened to thus far. Hats off to Martin Jarvis. The man knows how to narrate or perform, and that's a great word, perform, because it's not just reading the book. He did a wonderful job. Everything was just right on point. His vocal dynamics were awesome, and he read the story with a lot of vigor and excitement, and it was a fresh story for me. This was actually requested a little while ago by a member of Chords and Notes Nation, and it took me a while to get to it because I had a list of books I needed to get through first, and then they didn't have this right away at my local library, so we had to do a interlibrary loan, so it took some time for that. But that being said, I'm going to go ahead and give this a 4 out of 4. If I could give it more, I would. Like a million out of 4 would be more appropriate. It's a fresh story insofar as the subject matter was well, it was written very well. And, well, let me tell you a little bit about it first. We're dealing with the end of the world and the coming of the Antichrist. All of this heavy topic, but there's a lot of levity surrounding this story. It's done in good English humor, so some dry wit there, and I almost want to say Monty Python-esque in certain parts, but I it's not zany, cornball-y stuff either. It was written in 1990, and they are making a 6-part miniseries out of it, coming up to be released next year, 2019. So that'll be interesting, and I'm glad I got to listen to the book before watching it, because as we all know, every time something's translated from the written word to the silver screen or the television screen, it's changed, it's altered, and it doesn't always ring true to the story. So the central characters, there's a few of them, but the main two are Aziraphale and Crowley. Aziraphale being an angel, Crowley being a demon, both of whom have grown accustomed to life here on Earth and aren't really too keen on seeing the end of the world, the coming of the Antichrist, and Armageddon. All the players are in this one, the 4 horsemen, or 4 bikers, and the Antichrist was misplaced. He was supposed to be watched over, and he was misplaced. And in the story, he's an 11-year-old boy by the time it's time for everything to happen, and Aziraphale and Crowley are trying to find him, and so is everyone else, pretty much. And it doesn't end the way that it's supposed to, not the way that it's written in the Bible. I'll tell you that. It's a fun read. It's a fun story. It takes a heavy subject and turns it into a light, entertaining subject. I'm really happy that I finally did get this book. or this audiobook. I'm really glad that I did do this. I would actually go so far as possibly purchasing this and listening to it more than once. It's just so wonderfully done, and the humor it's good humor. It's not the kind of humor that tries to be passed off as humor these days. Um, there's not so much more that I can say about it. I liked it. I gave it the full rating that I could. The story, definitely check it out. This is well worth the time, whether you read it or you listen to it. It doesn't matter because the story holds its own. So that being said, thank you so much for requesting this. I'm glad I was able to listen to it and experience it, and yeah, if you guys have any more books that you think would be a good listen that I can get on audiobook, I know I'm a little bit backwards with the technology because I'm still using CDs instead of downloads, but it's just easier for me to do, and it doesn't take as much data and whatnot on my phone to do that because I like to listen to the CDs while I'm driving. Please send something my way, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. So thanks a lot, guys. Bye.